hello. Welcome to another thrilling episode of Prog Review. And today, listen to it on Spotify. It is Third Degree by Flying Colours. Flying Colours are they call it a super group, but I don't know. I don't think there's much. I don't think it's that super. I don't think it's that super. I remember hearing I've heard their previous albums, and because again they got this tag of being progressive rock, which it's not true. It's not true. But yeah, this Third Degree album, it's the third studio album. You see, clever, isn't it? Clever. But yeah, I've heard their other stuff before, and it's like and it was pretty underwhelming. And the same could be said of this record. Again, it follows the template of it being. This isn't subtle. This isn't a subtle album. There's no subtlety there, and the first few tracks weigh in over. Well, I'm just looking at the track listing now. I mean, the first track's 5 minutes 50, but over 7 minutes into 10, and the final track's 11 minutes long. So a lot of these tracks really hang around. They really go on, and listen to it. I mean, then it's not that it's bad. It's not. It's bad music. It's just it is standard, like heavy rock fare. There's nothing on here that. Oh God, the album's an hour and 6 minutes long. God, no wonder it took me so long to get through. It's not that it's bad music. It's just it's really old-fashioned. It sounds like something that would that had come out in the 80s. It's got a very 80s feel to it, which is shocking considering these are progressive people and features members of Spock's Beard and Dream Theater. That's not a good combination, is it? That's not a good combination. I mean, the one thing that got me was the guitar playing. Whoever's doing the lead guitar couldn't hold a note. He kept either bending it, or doing the old vibrato thing. So the note was always moving. There was no long sustained notes. There was always a wiggle in there. Very irritating. As a guitar player, it annoyed the hell out of me. But yeah, I mean, it's the sort of album you play to your girlfriend, to get her in the door of the prog thing. This is prog love, you'd say, slip into the CD. Those were the days. Maybe you'd make her a mixtape. Who makes mixtapes? Not anymore. But yeah, I found it really hard going. And what was that? There was one track, I think it was Last Train Home, and he kept going on about new elevation. Leaving the station, new elevation. What? Elevation? Surely it should have been destination. That should have been the lyric. It rhymes. Too obvious though. So he's trying to be clever, and he's talking about heading for a new elevation. Like he's going uphill, up a slight incline. I just thought it was completely ball bags. A lot of it was ball bags. A lot of this, it was all ball bags. I thought Geronimo was all right. There was something about Geronimo I enjoyed. I don't know, but the best track on it is Love Letter, because what they do, right, is they subvert expectations. And they do away with all the heavy rock shenanigans, and we go into kind of like almost the Beach Boys. It's full of harmonies, and it just comes completely from left field. And I thought, this is really good fun. If they got rid of all that all those hang-ups about heavy guitars and riffage and unnecessary keyboard noodly bits, because you've got to have the diddle, in there. They could actually pull out a really good album. If they, tackled other genres, because Love Letter I thought was the most interesting thing on there. And that's probably, if you listen to this, you probably say, Darren, that's the track you're going to like the least. It wasn't. It was because they were actually doing something different. And again, these people aren't bad musicians. No, they're not bad musicians at all, but they choose to do rather dull and bad music. You know, this is the thing. They have all this talent, and this is the best they can do. And the people that buy it, they eat this stuff up, don't they? They eat it all up like it's something new, and it isn't. And also the production. Why is it these days? There's no fizz. There's no bite to the production. Everything seems a little bit dull, a little bit lacking lustre. There was a previous album I was listening to. Yeah, the Opeth album. And I thought and this was the same. And I don't know if it's because everything's mastered for streaming and there's a certain edge taken off of it. I don't know. But I don't know, everything seemed a little bit muted. You know, the cymbals didn't have the splash and the fizz that one would expect from a rock album. The guitars didn't quite have the bite. So yeah, I thought that was a bit underwhelming. But yeah, more of the same from Flying Colours. Very American, very safe. Not a bad record, you know, but not for me. It's not to my taste, but I imagine that, you know, many of you will get great sucker from it because it fills a certain need. There's nothing on here that's remotely original or interesting apart from Love Letter, like I say, because they do this kind of Beach Boys pastiche, and I really thought I thought, you know what, guys, this is what you need to do. They need to do country and western, maybe put a bit of rap in there, you know, just come at different different genres of music. I think they're missing a trick there. And of course, all the songs are way over long. They're way too long. They could be a really good pop rock band if they edited it down. I think that's the thing. That's what they need to do. They need to edit. But again, because they're hung up with this progressive rock title, and it is a supergroup, they're going to shove it down. They're going to shove it down your lug holes. They are. They're going to, here you go, have some more and more. And I think that's where they're making a mistake. But yeah, not for me. But if you like Flying Colours, and if you like Spock's Beard and Dream Theater and all the other bands that these guys are from, you will eat this up. You know, I bet the Europeans, they love this kind of stuff, don't they? What label are they on? what label are they on? Does it tell me? I don't know. It's not on Inside Out, is it? It's not on K-Scope or Inside Out, are they? I'm just being terribly mean. But yeah, not as bad as it could have been, but neither not as good as it could have been either. So kind of in the middle, functional. I think that's a fairly decent summation of what went on here. It's a functional rock record, but don't kid yourself thinking that it's progressive in any way, shape or form. It ain't. You know, but that's nothing to get hung up about. So anyway, thank you. You thought I was gonna. Oh, in terms of a rating, I'm gonna give this 3 love letters out of 5. That's 3 love letters out of 5, and it gets 2 bonus points for love letters because I thought that was a really good and interesting track. A little bit corny, a little bit cheesy, but it kind of cut through all the bombastic bullshit on the record. It was like a ray of light in an oasis of bilge. It was just, yeah, brilliant. So yeah, there we go. You thought I was gonna slag them off, but they've really got to start spelling their name properly. Everybody knows there's a U in Colours. That Americanism, it's just, it rubs me up like a loose tooth. It does. It niggles me. It niggles, doesn't it? But anyway, thank you for watching. I listen to these records so you don't have to, and I should get some sort of compensation for my suffering. Was it IQ? I've got to do IQ, haven't I? Their new one, because I know some wag suggested that, but I'll see if I can manage that. There's only one more thing left to say, and by now you know what that is, and that is, in this case, not prog on, but rock on, because It's rock. It's a heavy rock album with pop aspects. All right. Ta-da.